Hello, 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 everyone. I am Dr. Katherine E. James, president of the Michigan Mental Health Counselors Association, and I am with.
Lauri Rowe from the Professional Psychotherapy Services in Marshall, Michigan.
Welcome, welcome. And so both of us are here as representatives of the Bridging Initiative for MHCA. And we wanted to make sure that you, as new graduates, had a real clear path of what you do post graduation, because oftentimes there's this feeling like, I don't know what to do, right? Or Lauri, what's the comment that
Well,
we've gotten?
it's like everybody seems to know what they're supposed to do next, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. And so it's not an uncommon place to be. We want to make sure that you understand that it's common to feel that way. So that's where we come into play. That's why we're here. It's the whole reason that the Bridging Initiatives exist, to make sure that you're not out there floundering, trying to figure out exactly what to do. So we want to make sure that you know that this particular video is really about the steps. What is it that you're going to do right after graduation? What are those steps? Now we're not going to go into the minute detail of the steps. We're going to give you an overview of it, and then we're going to point you in some other places. But that's primarily with this video. And then we're going to have two other videos that talk about what happens in the gap when you're no longer a student and you're not a professional yet. And then what do you do in order to get rid of that extra L? Okay.
All right.
All right. So your first place, we want to orient you to Laura, the Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, the website, right? It's the Bureau of Professional Licensing. That's all things counseling in the state of Michigan. That's where you go. So we want to make sure that you go there first. So everything that we tell you in all of the videos, because things change really quickly, anything that we tell you, we want you to go back to the website in order to make sure that you verify what it is that we have. So we're giving you the information to our best knowledge at the time in which we record this video. Okay?
It does change quickly in our field. New laws are coming up, and of course, post-COVID, things are changing to again accommodate the opening of our culture here. So let's get started.
Yeah. I'm super excited. And so your very first step is that you are going to complete the application for licensure. And there's some items to that. So the application that you're going to complete is actually the one that says limited LPC, and currently it's $86.45. I have no idea where they get these prices from. I'm like, how did they come up with that? But that's the one you do, right, Lauri?
That's the one, yes.
So right now you're applying for your lit license, and some of the things that I wanted to say about that, and so I guess we can kind of go into myths a little bit here. And Lauri, as an educator, you and I both have had questions from students, and that they've heard it from other students or from other places that, sometimes the information is accurate, sometimes it's absolutely inaccurate. So what I do want you to know is that when you graduate from an accredited school in the state of Michigan, you can become a counselor, a limited licensed counselor, simply by filling out the application and completing all the other components that go with it. Like you've got to have a supervisor and a professional disclosure statement. The school has to send in transcripts, as well as the education form. I think that's what it's called. It's called the certification for counseling. You got it?
Right.
Go for it.
Certification for counseling. Yes. One of the things, some of you probably already looked at writing a professional disclosure form, and that's going to be very important. So this isn't something you do like, oh, I've got to write this out and I'll just cram it in this hour. This is something that really reflects who you are and where you want to go as a counselor. So be mindful when you're doing that professional disclosure form that you're not, selling yourself short. Think about what it is you really want to be doing in this field.
Yeah, I really like that. And so when you go to the website and you pull up the application, you're going to find the specific details on page 5. Right now it's on page 5, and it gives you exactly what must be on your professional disclosure statement. And perhaps Lauri and I will actually do a video that just talks about that. But
Right.
make sure you go to page 5 so you can know exactly what has to go on there. And so one of the myths is that you have to wait to get your license. No, once you go, as soon as you graduate, you don't have to take the test before getting your license. Sometimes that's the thought. You don't have to. So as soon as you graduate, you can complete the application, make sure all the other components are done, and that's all you need in order to become an LLPC in the state of Michigan. Is there anything we've missed for this video, Lauri?
I'm not seeing anything. I know we talked a little bit about possibly looking at and securing some malpractice insurance, because if you're going to be seeing some patients, you'll want to be looking at some of the options there. And there's many options out there for that. Just talk to anyone with the MMHCA group, and they can tell you who they use.
Yeah, absolutely. And so keep a lookout for. We're doing a checklist that will give you all of the components that you need for each one of each one of these steps. So we have 3 stages. You're a new graduate, or you're in the gap, we call it, or you are dropping the L. Whatever stage you're in, we will have a checklist. So look for that checklist, because it'll, like Lauri just brought up the insurance, it's going to be a part of that to make sure that you have all those components covered. All right. So really this concludes this particular video. Make sure you look at video 2, where we talk about the gap. And there are some videos that the students have created as well. Or our interns, our graduates. And so make sure you watch it, because as the professionals, we talk from our point of view, but also there's a point of view of the students. So it has been great chatting with you.
And congratulations on moving into our field.
Yes. Congratulations on becoming a professional counselor, licensed counselor in the state of Michigan. All right. See you in the next video.